Good evening, race fans. Want to thank y'all for tuning in with us here tonight. Crooked Line Racing, its brand new series, Street Stocks, here at Nashville Fairgrounds. It's a season opener. Got a little bit of money on the line. Got $20 to the race winner, $10 to second place, and $5 to third place. But, if the fastest qualifier of the night elects to take the last to first challenge, then instead of just walking away with $20, they can instead walk away with $40, doubling their race winnings. That's all brought to you from Five Kings Network. If these drivers hit the grid, let's see if we can dial up Mr. John Curtis really quick and see if he does want to take the last to first challenge. Mr. John Curtis, Mr. Fastest Qualifier, you are in the booth. You have a copy.
Yes, sir. I got you.
So, John, you put it on the poll. That means I have to ask you, are you willing to accept the last to first challenger tonight?
Oh, yeah. Send me to the back. Send me to the back.
All right, then I'm going to get you back down to your race team, John. I want you to key up over our racing and let my racing admins know you are going to the back, all right?
10-4. I got you.
Thank you, buddy.
All righty.
Mr. John Curtis, he said he will do it. Send me to the back. All right, let's get this starting grid up, folks. Super excited to be here tonight. I apologize as the fans are still trying to get here. We had to switch the direct link to the broadcast last minute. Would not work. We had to pull a little switcheroo, so hopefully people start tuning in now. But anyways, it don't matter. We got Mr. John Curtis representing Runts Racing, CNC Esports sitting top dog, Chris Carroll sitting P2. Chase Pierce, the young gun, number 17, rolling off P3 with Mark Arthur, P4. Tyler Shattuck representing McConey and them. He rolling off in P5 with Stoney Benfield to his outside. Jeff Shell is going to be rolling off row number 4 on the inside with Ken Zeems on his outside starting P8. Larry Bale representing Canada starting 9th, and Matt Sicardo from CFG Esports starting in the 10th place position. Jeffrey Miller is going to be starting P11. Kyle Dean is in P12. 13th, we have Jeff Dillon. And then Mr. Mark Pierce firing off in the 14th position. As you see right here, folks, he said he would do it. Mr. John Curtis is going to try to double the winnings here tonight. Said he's going to take the last to first challenge, as he is currently awaiting the EOL. And there he goes to the back, Mr. John Curtis. That's going to allow Chris Carroll. No, it's going to allow Chase Pierce to be the man up front. Man, oh man. This is going to be awesome. I've been super excited for this all week long. Super excited all week long. And it is finally here. It is finally race night, folks. We're going to have that beautiful Chevy Silverado make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. And then we're going to be green flag racing. All right, boys. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Here he goes. 17 is going to have the field in his hands. Got to wait for the green flag to fly from Barney up top. Mr. Barney Fife Jr. As the green flag is out, 17 gets a great launch. 99 was sleeping a little bit right there, but he should be able to prevail and take that second place position. And look, he's already looking to put over some work on that number 17 of Chase Pierce as he's going to the inside and didn't waste very much time getting there, did he? He got there, and we have a new race leader out front. First lap lead of the Saturday Night Street Stock Series goes to number 99, Mr. Chris Carroll. But looky here, the young gun, Chase Pierce, number 17. He is not going to let that beautiful number 99 Street Stock get too far away from him. He's going to be right there on the back bumper of the 99. And then you got Tyler Shattuck right there behind him. And then the Pink Wonder, Mr. Boy Wonder, number 12, Mark Arthur, holding down the P4 spot with Jeff Shell, holding down the 5th place spot. But you get a nice shot of these guys. We have some double file action going on towards the middle of the pack back here. Tony Benfield becoming under fire from the number 90 of Ken Zeems. As I heard some metal on metal action there. Don't see nobody running around, but oh, we have a battle for the race lead already. Pierce decided to, he thought better of it and decided to duck back in the line behind the number 99 of Chris Carroll. Ooh, Chase Pierce getting a little loose. Speaking of getting loose, let's jump cockpit with number 17 and see what he's doing and how he's attacking this track. Nashville Fairgrounds is a very abrasive track, a very bumpy track. It's a track you definitely gotta be ready to will it, right? It's a driver's track. It's a very fast short track, but very abrasive. It's gonna be hard on the equipment, hard on the tires all night long. You gotta try to conserve your equipment. Now, the 150 laps, these boys only have one extra set of tires in the pits right now. So you get the set you start the race on, do you have a set to fall back on? But man, oh man, look at the distance between 4th and 5th place Larry Bell. And then look at that, Larry Bell has a laundry list of some hungry drivers right there behind him. Got the 04 Kyle Dean, almost just basically beating down the back bumper of the 43 Larry Bell. Right now, he's going to look to the inside. They're going 1 and 2. Larry Bell says, "You can have it, young gun. We'll fight again later on, but not right now." Ooh, we got some drivers in the wall. Larry Bell and the 04 of Kyle Dean both got contact. Our last to first driver here, Mr. John Curtis, 00. The camo-looking machine, blue camo here, looking to make his way back up towards the front. Already up quite a bit of positions here. Up 7 spots, 8 spots already. Holding down the P6 position. It looks like Mr. Carroll has created a little bit of separation between him and second place runner of Chase Pierce. I saw Tyler get a little loose right there on corner entry. Really trying to will that thing, and you can see it allowed the 12 car to get right there almost to the back bumper of Mr. Shattuck here. And as he is there, he's beating on that door saying, "Honey, I'm home, let me in." As it sucks, we had to change the broadcast link. There we go. We got some people finding it now. Thank goodness. I hated having to change it. Lori, I'm so glad to see y'all. I was worried because I had no way to contact y'all. I went live on the other link and it was dead. It didn't go nowhere. So I had to stop it and try to fix it really quick. And the only way I could fix it was getting a new link. But hi, Miss Lori. Glad to see you here. Hope Miss Connie makes it as well. Mr. Arthur right now holding down that P4 spot. As Shattuck right there in front of him, beating down that backstretch wall. Got to be careful about that. These cars can take a beating, but they can't take a beating like that. Man, oh man, look at the gap the top 4 have over the entire rest of the field. You'd almost take a nap, wake back up, and then you would find them. That's how far back they are right now. These top 4 drivers, Mark Arthur, Shattuck, Pierce, and Carroll, they are booking it as, oh, Larry Bell got loose right there at turn number 2. There's a huge bump right there. So underneath right there is a tunnel. That's how guys get their cars into this track. They go through that tunnel. That's how the track trailers and stuff get in there to unload these drivers' cars. So over time, that tunnel has kind of picked the track up a little bit. So there's a huge bump right there. And man, oh man, it can really upset the handling of a car when you go over it. That's what we saw right there with Larry Bell. This is my home track. I love this track. I've watched thousands upon thousands of laps here. And man, oh man, it's a blast every time. It's a blast. As we are 17 laps into this thing clean. Chris Carroll, Chase Pierce, Shattuck, Mark Arthur is your top 4 as it runs right now. Mr. John Curtis put it on the pole, elected to take the last of first challenge, and man, oh man, I don't know if he can be denied. Already worked himself up to P5, as I'm hearing some carnage in the back, but no cars wrecked yet. I just keep hearing metal on metal. See the 811 call before you dig, number 75 machine of Tony Benfield. He was actually at Martinsville last night. Had to drop all the way back to North Carolina to get back home. But luckily, he was able to make it here with us tonight. He was able to watch the Xfinity race from the suite last night. Those that don't know, the Xfinity race, it was sponsored by 811 Call Before You Dig. Mr. Benfield was lucky enough to score him some very awesome seats last night, I must say, for myself. All right, lap traffic starting to come into the equation here. Look, I believe the 79 of Jeffrey Miller. Yes, he did. He went a lap down. Oh, caution's out. The first caution of the Saturday Night Street Stock Series. Oh boy, if you're an 04 Caldine fan, I'm going to tell you now, close your eyes. Let's go back and see what happened on the BAM Racing Replay Wreckage Cam. See, the 04 was loose right there. Really struggling in 1 and 2 here. Gets it gathered up though, okay. They start going into 3 and 4, and he is still fighting that car. Fighting it. And then, whoa, it just snaps on him. Just went on around. We have some takers going down pit road. Stoney Benfield, Ken Zeems, Jeff Dillon. Jeff Shell. No, Shell side out. Excuse me, I apologize for that. But Stoney, Ken Zeems, Jeff Dillon, all elected to go in. I'm not expecting tires right here. Maybe some Sunoco racing fuel if I had to guess. Nobody's getting tires yet. A little too early for that, as we are now on lap number 22 of 150. Remember, folks, if John Curtis, the driver who elected to take the last to first challenge, if he is able to come from last place and win this event, he's going to walk away with $40. Everybody else, if you win tonight, you're going to win $20. Second place is going to get $10. Third place is going to get $5. Don't sound like a lot of money, but you were going to race anyways, right? So you might as well get paid a little bit. That's what we provide here at Crooked Line Racing. Well, thanks to our sponsors over at 5 Keys Motorsports, 5 Keys Network, for putting up that money. Makes these races a little bit more interesting when there's a little bit of stakes on the line. As I feel bad for our drivers, I had to switch the broadcast link late. I mean, it was already go time when I had to switch it, so I know there's drivers' families out there scrambling right now trying to find the video and can't find it. I know that's frustrating. I hope you find it pretty quickly. I feel bad for that. As we are waiting for the pace car lights to go off. Alright folks, we're about to go back. Green flag racing. Pace truck is making that hard left-hander on the pit road. Field is in the hands of the 99 of Chris Carroll. Got Chase Pierce to his inside. Let's see who's going to prevail as they cross start finish line. Advantage goes to Carroll as he drives off into turn 1 and 2. Got Mark Arthur right there fighting to the outside of Chase Pierce, but not able to make it stick. As the field's kind of just single filed out now. They know the long race, and I say that now. Look back here, look at Mark Pierce and Jeff Dillon. Oh, Larry Bell's back up into the wall a little bit. Number 43 right there, the lightning machine. Got back up into the wall a little bit right there. As you see, the 72 of Mark Pierce really fighting to get around that 62 of Jeff Dillon. It gets really tight right there out of turn 2, and you seen he had to get out of it. That's going to allow Stoney Benfield to get underneath him here. Stoney's going to get a little loose on the bottom. Oh, I hear wrecking up in front. Somebody else got back into the wall. So right now, Chris Carroll, Chase Pierce, Mark Arthur is your top three as it runs. I'm waiting to see if we're going to have a different name up front, a la Mr. John Curtis. We saw he put it on the pole with a blistering fast time. He accepted the last of first challenge. So now he is trying to make his way back up towards the front as we now have a Connie Keith spotting. Hi, Miss Connie. Glad to see you, girlie. As Chris Carroll right now is just looking bad fast. We see it. We've seen it every truck race of the Crooked Line race and Saturday Night Super Truck Series. We saw this. Was bad fast all season long. Is that going to be something we see in the street stocks? It's beginning to look that way, huh? If you was a betting man, it'd be hard to break against that number 99, I take it, no matter what vehicle he is driving. As I just noticed, Mr. Kyle Dean, the driver of the number 04, he was the one that brought that caution out. He is actually shown as a lap down right now. I'm trying to get word if it's only one lap or multiple laps. As I'm trying to watch the ticker. So Kyle Dean will be in the lucky dog spot if a caution is to fall, because he is only one lap down. More drivers hitting that wall on the backstretch. Really weird to see that. Miss Connie and Miss Lori, hope y'all both had fantastic Saturdays. The weather tricked us. We thought it was going to start warming up here in Kentucky as we have a battle for second place. Mark Arthur drives to the inside of Chase Pierce. They're going 3 and 4. Chase will have the preferred line, though. He's going to have the momentum on the high side here. Mark's going to have to really throw it in here deep in turn 1 and 2 to try to clear that driver. And Chase Pierce is going to turn down, but no. Whoa, it got close right there. But Mark Arthur now has his eyes set on the leader, number 99 of Chris Carroll right now. The Pink Machine Wonder Boy was able to get by Chase Pierce. Now he's got to look forward to the USAFirearms.com number 99 street stock. Who's currently out in front and been out in front since the start of this race. Oh, we got a caution. Caution is out on the speedway. It's telling me Mark Pierce went around. Let's go back and check it out. See the 04 right here. Now, if the 04 gets contact right here, he will not be the lucky dog. And he did get contact. Will not be the lucky dog. Kind of ran over him right there. No lucky dog for Mr. Pierce. See if we can talk to who was our post sitter elected to take the last and first challenge, Mr. John Curtis. John Curtis, you are live in the booth. You got copy?
Yes, sir.
So, John, took the last and first challenge. Worked your way back up to 5th. What's the car feeling like now that you're about 40, 50 laps into this event? What's it feeling like to you?
It ain't too bad. It's pushing a little bit on entry. I may have used them up a little bit too soon, but I'm just trying to wait for the rest of the field to level out, and maybe I can get a shot at it. But right now I'm struggling a little bit, but still got some speed.
What's the I've noticed most of the back half of the field, they keep going down pit road. Is fuel close tonight, John?
It is close. I'm imagining everybody's going to have to pit at least once for a little bit of splash, but we're probably 40 laps off or so. So I don't know. I mean, if we keep having constants, we may just have to take a little bit and go. But if we'll run it out, I'm gonna take some tires and a little bit of fuel and see what we can do.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yes,
buddy.
sir.
Well, you got to thank that number 00 here tonight.
I want to thank Wheelhouse Industries, CNC Esports, CSI, and everybody, y'all in the booth. So,
Thank you, buddy. Good luck to you, Mr. Curtis.
yes, sir. Appreciate it.
That was Mr. John Curtis right there, folks. All right, as we await the pay truck to pull off, gotta wait for the lights to go off first. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. He makes that hard left-hand turn. The field's in the hands of the number 99, Chris Carroll. And I just noticed. Oh, a big wreck. They're stacking up big time. Oh, no. Curtis get involved in that? That was hard to tell what happened there. Go back and see what happened on the replay. That was a very, very, very weird restart. Watch the number 43, Larry Bale here. Try to see what happened. Oh, I see what happened. I can tell you what happened. We'll go back. Let's go to John Curtis's screen. Let's go to his cockpit. I think Mr. Curtis missed a shift right here. See if we can watch his RPM gauge. You can tell, watch, it's going to go all the way up to 9 because he's going to miss a shift. Right? Oh, no, he didn't. Who missed a shift right here? Mark? I think Mark did. Mark's good. Oh, Chase missed it. Man, oh man, what a crazy restart. What a crazy, crazy restart. I'm going to pull up Chase Pierce, get him up here in the broadcast booth, have a word with him really quick. Mr. Pierce, you got a copy, brother?
Yes, I do.
Now, I was watching the replay, trying to figure out who missed a gear right there. Did you miss a gear, or what happened there?
No, that was Carol who missed a gear. We went, and then I think Carol missed a shift, and Mark didn't want to jump him and get a black flag, yeah.
Right. Okay, so it was Carol that missed a shift and then just stacked the rest of the field up, huh?
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't get ran over or run to the back of Arthur. Actually, I think I did get hit from somewhere.
You did.
I got a 4X.
You did. You got hit by Curtis. He just got shoved up into you.
Yeah.
But Pierce, the cars look good. You got up front. You was going to lead the first lap, but you kind of just let Carroll by. But you've fallen in a second place, third place spot, running fourth right now. How's number 17 feeling for you right now?
It feels good. I think I cooked the tires a little much on the first run, so I have to play the strategy, get some tires, and play them right then when I get them. And I should come out on top, maybe. We'll see.
There you go. We're almost 50 laps into this thing. Good luck to you, brother, and maybe we talk to you into this thing.
Yeah, I hope so.
That was Mr. Chase Pierce right there, driver number 17. I'm watching this 04. He was being a little weird earlier. We're going to see if he's still being weird now. Oh, Lori, I just now seen your chat. Man, oh man, I didn't. I guess I won't complain about it being too cold then if y'all had snow and whatnot, because I hate some snow. I'm not a fan of any type of snow. Dustin, I agree, man. I'd like to be out here, but we couldn't find a broadcaster. Saturday nights are they're tough to find somebody to broadcast, and with the talent we have in the series, I feel it's only right to broadcast it, right? All right, it's gonna be a single file restart. As Chris Carroll jumped really early right then. Got a huge jump over Arthur here. As the green flag is out. Holy moly, he is out to a 1.5 second lead already. It's kind of a weird restart, I must say so myself. Get a great little shot here. These guys are just flying by it almost. I would say they reach, I'm going to guess between 105 to 110 miles per hour. Give or take some. As Chris Carroll, he's just a man on an island out by himself. Shattuck and Pierce are currently battling right now for the third place spot. It's a 17 of Pierce. Elects to not try it. He just fell back in line here. We're just now on lap number 51 of 150. 52 now, excuse me. So it's not exactly go time just yet. Man, I'm feeling the worst for right now is the 00 John Curtis. Qualified on the pole, took the last of first challenge, looked faster in practice all night. Put it on the pole, accepted the challenge, and then got caught up in a wreck that was totally out of his hands. So now he is shown as one lap down, trying to battle himself back. And Kyle Dean, an update on the 04 here. He was only one lap down earlier. Now he's shown us 2 laps down. And he's brought out one caution by self-spinning. He's looking like he's trying to do it again. As he's not going to have to. Oh, no. The 17 of Pierce has went around. Was running in the 4th place spot. What happened here? Oh, car starts walking sideways right there. He chases it. Didn't really lose a lot of time. Got to the inside of Shattuck. Oh, Shattuck gets loose on the outside. Oh, synchronized formula drift action. And then Pierce just got the bad end of the stick right there. But I want y'all to see something here. They were kind of Pierce was mimicking Shattuck on the outside here, like they do in Formula Drift. He was shadowing him, right? Look at that. And Shattuck, man, he has a golden horseshoe right now. He got saved right then. As Kyle Dean just went up and hit the wall, I think, just randomly. Not sure what he's doing. Not sure what he's doing. Dustin, I know you're friends with Dean, aren't you? Tell him to knock it off, please. Hate to have to remove him. Let's talk to Mr. Big Head himself, Mr. Miss Some Shifts, Mr. Chris Carroll. You got a copy?
What's happening, Tanner?
Chris, I got to ask you off the top. Did you miss a shift a while ago?
My foot got caught on the brake pedal trying to get to the clutch pedal, and I didn't make it over there. And then Mark did the same thing right behind me, so I took off.
Right. I was wondering why the big gap was like that. Got a good car out front here, leading some laps. How's the 99 feeling for you right now as we are over a third of the way finished with this deal?
I'll be honest, Tanner, I like all the slipping and sliding around. We're out here on some ice, so I'm having a heyday out here. This is fun, win or lose.
Right on. That's what I like to hear as a race promoter, Carol. Well, good luck to you, buddy. Give them hell, and maybe we'll be talking to you at the end of this deal.
Thank you, sir. That's what we're going to do.
Yes, sir, buddy. The lights are still on the pace car. See if we can talk to the main man once more. Chase Pierce, you're live in the booth. You got a copy again, brother?
Yeah.
Man, oh man, I switched the camera over to you and Shattuck, and y'all are doing some synchronized Formula Drift type deal. What was it? What happened there? Cause I noticed you were loose too, just kind of trying to chase it and get around him, or what happened out your windshield?
I feel like I kept, he was loose and I kept getting runs on him, so I kept going to the bottom. And it felt like every time I got under him, he was pinching me real bad. At least that's what it felt like from my perspective.
Right, and then y'all both looked like you were shadowing him, and then ultimately you paid the price. What was the car like though when you went down pit road?
Not too much damage, about 15 seconds, so should still be good.
All right, these things are tanks. You'll be all right. Well, good luck, brother, and maybe I won't have to pull you up here and talk to you anymore until the end of this thing, buddy.
Yeah, I hope so.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we got a new face up front, Mr. Ken Zeems. As Connie and Lori both said they hate the snow. I agree. I cannot stand the snow. As Chris Carroll gets a great launch, that police machine, though, cops and robbers, Ken Zeems is going to be chasing him down. When I was a kid, I loved the snow, right? Because it gave us a chance to be out of school. But, man, oh man, the older I get, I just hate it. As well, oh, we're almost 3 wide back here in the back. Camera is messing up. Got some really close battling here, and you notice Mark Arthur, Chase Pierce both went down pit road out there to take some racing fuel. And they are right in the proverbial hornet's nest. You see the 55 going to wash up high. 79 Jeffrey Mills going to go to the inside there. 3 wide in turn number 1 and 2. They get through unscathed though, but now look at the 04. Once again, just jerking it around. And Shattuck, I didn't even realize he also pitted, so he went towards the back as well. John Curtis back here. So a lot of fast drivers back here mirrored in the back of the pack. Gonna have to be careful trying to make their way up through the field if they want to get back up front in contention for some money. As Connie keeps on retracting her messages, I can't tell what she's saying. It wasn't I like the aspect of snow when I was a kid. I just like missing school, to be honest. As Ken Zeems, Jeff Dillon, they have fallen back off our race leader, Mr. Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll trying to get him some money and a race win here tonight. No stages in a race like this. No playoffs either. So every point you gain throughout the season matters. You want to try to be the season champion and get a free game or two from thebuttkicker.com. That's a $200 piece of sim racing equipment sent to your house, no strings attached, free of charge. And the best way to get that journey started is to come out on race night, opening night, and get your race win. As 72 hard contact into the outside wall. Go back and see what happened here to him. Oh, lo and behold, look, Kyle Dean got him a piece of it. Boom. Man, oh man, hard contact from Mr. Mark Pierce. That's sadly for Mark Pierce, that contact forced him to go down pit road, get that car repaired. He's going to lose a few laps here. Our race leader goes by right now. Kyle Dean's going down pit road as well. Oh, he's hit the pit road. I don't understand what this dude's doing. Kyle Dean's normally pretty good. Oh, man. All right, your top three still Chris Carroll, Ken Zeems, Jeff Dillon, Mark Arthur made it through the hornet's nest, worked himself up to P4. It's basically where he's rode at for a majority of the night. He did get up into the top 2. But then a caution came out. He had to pit for some Sunoco racing fuel, fill her up. Might be able to make it to the end of this deal now. Whereas Chris Carroll, we know he cannot make it to the end. He has not went down pit road yet. The rest of our field has pitted. Now, whether they can make it to the end or not remains to be seen. Mark Pierce got his machine back out on track. Let's watch that ticker up top. See how many laps Pierce. Man, oh man, it sucks. 72 lost 5 laps just because he was forced to go down pit road. Everybody's pretty much relatively playing nice, and I say that. No, we have contact back in the back. Sicardo, Pierce. No caution's going to be out, but I think Sicardo took a hard lick to the outside wall here. See what happened, what transpired here. Oh, Pierce overcorrects. Nowhere for Sicardo to go. Man, oh man, Matt having to go down pit road now. That sucks for him. Look, that car is torn all to pieces. We know he's going to lose a few laps here as well. It sucks. He can barely even drive that thing. Tough night for Matt Sicardo in the number 60 machine. Chris Carroll has opened up a 3.5 second lead over second place Ken Zeems. Just running away from the field at this point as we are over the halfway point to the 72. Mark Pierce and Mark Arthur. Ooh, contact right here as they come out of turn number 4. It gets really tight right there. That guy on the bottom naturally has to feed up right there. If that guy on the outside is not feeding out towards the wall, then, I mean, you basically see what happens. I think either driver did anything wrong necessarily right there. Just ran out of racing room. As we have a pretty good battle for second place right here. Jeff Dillon, Ken Zeems. Ken Zeems gonna wash up high, really wheeling that thing right there. Very impressive driving by the police car. Back to boys in blue. There's Mr. Ken Zeems right now. As they are going door to door here. Not only are they racing hard, but they're giving each other plenty of room while doing it. It's what you love to see. But look, that's allowed the 12 of Mark Arthur to slowly but surely get himself up into the picture. Remember, top 3 here tonight are going to be paid. So, yeah, I mean, not only do the top 3 get interviewed on the broadcast, and I promise you, everybody wants that, but they also get some moolah as well. Carroll's came up on lap traffic. Jeffrey Miller once again, folks. We're going to go to the BAM Racing Videos Crank It Up of the night. Headset users, please beware. We're going to turn it up. We're going to turn it up loud. I hope there's not a caution that will run this. But for now, crank it up, folks. It's about to get loud up in here. Headset users, please beware. We're going to crank it up. We will be back momentarily. Alrighty, folks, we are back from the BAM Racing Videos Crank It Up of the night. Allows the old voice box to get a little bit of a break. Saw some pretty close battling right there for the third place spot. Mr. Tyler Shattuck, Jeff Dillon, Ken Zeems. You can throw a blanket over these three. And then you got Sicardo, who unfortunately is a lap down. Mark Pierce, who's a lap down. Right there in the mix between it all. So those drivers, even though they are a lap down, they're showing that they have a never say never type attitude. They're sticking it out to the very end. That's what we love to see here at Crooked Line Racing 5 Kings Network. For the ones that are tuning in right now, please go over to Crooked Line Racing over on Facebook.com. Give us a like. We are trying to grow the page, grow the outreach that we have, and 5 Kings Motorsports Facebook page. That's a racing team that I own. There's about 7 of us. And we are on the road to 2,000 followers. They are normally the ones putting up the money for these races. We put up a lot of money for these races, so if you could, just show support by hitting that thumbs up button. It really, really goes a long way, and it means a lot to us in our hearts, so I appreciate that. We just saw Chase Pierce actually go a lap down. Something has happened to the number 17 of Pierce. I'm not exactly sure what's happening to him. Man, oh man, Chris Carroll is a man on an island. As we are now on lap 105 of 150. He is just checked out right now. Almost 6-second lead. Mark Arthur, though, now has got himself up to P2. Turning quicker lap times than Chris Carroll right now. So, will he be able to chase him down? I'm not sure. That time around, he was almost half a tenth faster than Chris Carroll, but Chris has a 5.6 second lead over Mark Arthur. I just don't know if the time is left in order to make up the distance there. Still, but come out second place on the season opener. It's not a very night either of sim racing, especially because Mark's going to be here all 12 races throughout the season. So he's going to be one you got to watch for the points championship. Oh, the 72, the 90, get into it. 72's a lap down. Zeems goes around as a caution is out. We saw that happen live right here. Zeems is not going to be happy about that. Having to race a lap down car is always frustrating. Then you get tangled up with a lap down car, and that makes it that much worse. So Zeems tries to get him out of the way right there. 72 just trying to race with these guys, but 72 comes down and just left nowhere for Ken to go. That's very unfortunate for the number 90 Ken Zeems. I wish he was in this Discord so I could pull him up and have a quick chat with him. But it's probably best that I can't be able to talk to him right now, because I would have to venture a guess that he is not too happy right now. As our race leader's going to surrender the race lead. Chris Carroll, he is in now. Let's see. Mark Arthur decided to stay out. I want to have a word with him real quick, see what he is thinking. Mr. Mark Arthur, you are live in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Tanner.
So I see some varying pit strategies out here. People are electing to go in, not take tires. Others are taking tires. Have you took your tires yet, Mark?
I have not.
What's the car feeling like now? Because you had about a 5-second gap between you and Chris whenever you finally got up to second place, but you was gaining on him ever so slightly. What was the car feeling like over that long run?
Yeah, it's like super loose, especially over those little, loop-de-loops there through 1 and 2. It's like if you get in it wrong, it's like it wants to come around on you. It's like it's a handful. I was just telling them my blood pressure's gonna be up as there's no blood in my hands.
Got that wheel gripped, huh?
Yeah.
What do you call those humps again?
The little whoop-de-whoops.
I think you said loop-de-loops before that, though.
Well, it's gonna be loop-de-loops if we hit it wrong.
So I may have distracted you here. It looked like the whole field pitted. 12 car stayed out. What's the thinking here, Mark? Talk to me.
I want that track position, buddy. It is what it is. I got to set if there's another caution. If I don't fare well here, I can go in and pop them on and have the best tires. So that's what I'm thinking.
Well, right on, brother. Are you good on fuel to make it to the end?
Oh, yeah.
All right, bet. All right, good luck, Mr. Arthur. We will be talking to you maybe at the end of this thing, buddy.
Thanks, Mr. Ma.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. Mr. Mark Arthur, Mr. Wonder Boy in the Powerpuff Girls machine. I should have told Connie. I should have told Mark that Connie said, "You can do it." That's part of my what movie was that? Happy Gilmore, wasn't it? When Crazy Eyes was always coming in, "You can do it. You can do it all night long." I think it was Happy Gilmore, or maybe it was Big Daddy. It was one Adam Sandler movie. It don't matter. All right, we got new face up front. What stinks for Mark, though, is Chris Carroll is going to be on fresh rubber, starting right there to the outside of Mark. Or starting to the inside now, actually. So we're going to be able to see right here, fresh tires makes a big difference. I'm curious in these street stocks if it does really make a big difference or not. We're going to find out momentarily here. That Chevy Silverado's getting ready to pull down pit road. Mark Arthur is the man front and center out front. Field's going to be in the hands of the 12 car. Let's see when he's going to elect to fire off. As he made him wait a little bit, but now he is on that loud pedal. Go, go, go. 99 is nowhere to be seen on that restart. Going to allow Arthur to get out front. Didn't have to battle right here, but now Chris Carroll does have 4 Mr. Feelgoods on his car. But look at here, Jeff Dillon to the inside of the 99 machine. Chris has not really had to race anybody too much. Oh, I see Mark Pierce going around again back here in the back. Tagged Zaccardo then, and Zaccardo not holding the brakes, just rolling around. Got the 55 of Jeff Shell as well there. Mr. Zaccardo, I need you to hold your brakes, buddy. I know it's frustrating. Need you to hold your brakes. These two are laps down. I hear duking it out right here. Mark Pierce got a little contact right there. Okay. So they got a little contact on entry there. Pierce got the apron a little bit and just ultimately was not able to control his car enough to keep it off 60 of Zaccardo here. I hate it for Zaccardo because he's been fast all night. But yeah, I mean, what can you do right there? That sucks for both drivers involved. As Zeems is going to take the cop mobile down pit road here. Hey, let's see if we can have a word with old Shattuck here. Roamed around in the top 5, saw him get loose earlier, had to pit. Tyler, you were live in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Tyler, you've been one to keep an eye on. We know you're fast on these short tracks. You were up front earlier, got a little sideways. You and Pierce, little contact, had to go down pit road, so you lost the track position. But you've shown good pace all night. Do you think the number 37 has enough pace to get up there and duke it out with Mark and Chris and them?
I think so. If I could get going here on this restart, every restart so far, I've gotten bottled up somehow, and takes a couple laps to get around these guys. So hopefully, if we get rolling here, I think I'd run with those two.
From just up here, Tyler, I haven't turned no laps, but it looks like y'all are like legit on ice the entire time. Is that just a product of old tires, or is that more just the car setup and track?
I think it's a combination of everything. From practice till now, on fresh tires or old tires, you're just skating around, going kind of wherever it tells you to go.
Right. Now, do you think fresh tires are going to pay off for the guys that did just pit, or you think it's pretty much going to be evened out?
I think if we keep going here and getting some cautions here, everyone's tires that are older tires will cool off a little bit more here and might be able to stand up against the newer stuff out here.
Right on. That's Mr. Tyler Shattuck right there, number 37, looking to get him a race win. Good luck, Tyler. Maybe we talk to the end of this thing, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's see. We got time to do one more. Let's talk to the preacher of the group, Mr. Stoney Benfield, up in the chat. Stoney, you are live in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good, but I have a feeling you're doing slightly better. Got that 75 up to P4, 811 dig, getting front and center. How's the car feeling like to you here tonight?
Man, it's good. If we can just stay out of trouble here, have a shot at it, I hope.
Right on, brother. Well, the lights just went off on the pace car, so I didn't know that was going to happen. So I'll get you back down to your race team, Stoney. Good luck to you, buddy. Maybe we talk to you at the end of this thing.
See you, man.
See you, buddy. Mr. Benfield right there, a very good guy. He was in our race team with us before, like in our chat. We was in there cussing and everything, and I got these type of vibes off Stoney that he was like somebody you shouldn't cuss around. Then I got to talking to him, and he's a preacher, so like always go with your intuition, right? Your gut usually knows what's up, and my gut was telling me don't cuss around him. And after about a night of cussing around him, I finally just got to talking with him and found out he is a Southern Baptist preacher, so that's pretty cool. He is actually really good friends. Learned just 2 nights ago he is good friends with Morgan Shepherd, an old fellow driver. He raced in NASCAR for many, many years, was super competitive back in the day, and then of course he got older, and naturally as you get older, you're not going to be nearly as fast as these young guys, right? It's still pretty cool that him and Morgan are really close friends, talk on the phone quite often actually. All right, Shattuck, thanks. Number 37, he said with the tires, if the cautions keep happening, it's going to help Mark out here out front because it's allowing him to cool them tires down, right? He's on old tires versus Chris Carroll being on fresh tires. And right now, I think Chris Carroll might be slightly faster than Mark, but we said it all the time on Saturday nights. Getting to that driver in front is a small task when you compare to passing that guy up front. I mean, right now, that time by, Chris Carroll was only half a tenth faster. I think you're going to need to be almost a full tenth to a tenth and a half faster to get around that driver. And Mark's a veteran. He's not going to give the 99 the preferred lane here. I think Mark's going to ride right there in the middle of the track. He's going to have to force. He's going to force that 99 to take a risk in order to pass him here. But you see the closing rate for that 99, he is able to drive it off into the corner a little bit deeper than Mark, and that's where you're seeing the biggest difference at between the old tires and new tires. Oh, he got right there, drove it up to his back bumper. Going to try to turn under him right here as they come off turn 2. They are side by side almost, but Mark able to prevail on that high lane. I just don't know. With 25 laps to go, 24 in the cross stripe here as he is looking back to the inside. I don't know if those fresh tires can be denied with 24 laps to go. Ooh, Mark's going to pinch him. I'm telling you, Mark's going to make him work for it. We're getting ready to have a true battle right here. It's fitting that these two are two of the fastest dudes in the server right now. And that's not taking anything away from nobody else. And I don't mean that as a knock on anybody, because look at Jeff Dillon, 62, right up there with him. But it's fitting that the two fastest drivers right now, they are battling it out. Nose to tail. Throw a blanket over the top 3. Mark is not giving a whole lot of room to the 99 down there. You got to be careful doing that because that 99 hits that bump. We've already seen him get loose. What if the opposite happens? What if he gets tight instead of loose? He's going to push up into that 12. And before you know it, 99 and 12 are both junk going to the going down pit road for repairs. So you got to be careful. It's risk versus reward here. As Chris Carroll is trying. He's trying his damnedest to get turned in underneath Mark, but right now is not able to do it. It may require Carroll to use that chrome horn a little bit. He may have to put the bumper to the back of the 12 to kind of shove him up the line, shove him up out of the racing groove a little bit. But Mark is running a fantastic race right now. As Carroll may get to the inside right here. I don't know if Mark can fight him off here. Mark's going to have to really go down low to him right here, pinch him off. And they make slight contact. 12 may get loose here. Able to save it. Oh, no. That sucks right there for Arthur. Was really trying to wheel that thing right there. And, yeah, Dusty, you're right. Turn 2 got that big whoop-de-whoop. But, man, oh, man, Mark was trying to really push the issue there by holding down Chris Carroll. But ultimately just was not able keep those fresh tires back there long enough, and now Chris Carroll might just set sail in this field. But I don't know. Jeff Dillon may have something to say against that. Dillon is falling in the tire tracks of the number 99 of Chris Carroll right now. Dillon's had a quiet night in the number 62. And don't look now, but mama, here comes that bad man, Tyler Shattuck, number 37. He said he just needed to get the track position. And He slowly but surely got it, and then look at the cop car. The cop mobile here, number 90, Ken Zeems. We saw him involved in an earlier incident with lap traffic. He's worked his way back up to P5 now. So, I mean, it's still anybody's race. But right now, Chris Carroll is the man, front and center. As we are now under 15 laps to go. Chris Carroll's trying to solidify himself $20 richer. Jeff Dillon's trying to get $10 richer. Mark Arthur's trying to get $5 richer. Right now, I don't. Oh, yellow flag is out. That's going to throw a big wrench into this right here. It's telling me Mark Pierce went around. Oh, did he get wrecked by his son? I'm pretty sure Mark Pierce is the son of the 17 Chase Pierce. Oh, maybe not. Oh, nope. Ricardo just got into the back of him a little bit, and around she went. Seems like we got some of the same drivers involved in incidents earlier are involved again, but this time tables turned. That makes as an admin makes me wonder, was that intentional, right? But we can't say whether it was or not up here in the booth. We can only speculate, right? As 12 car Mark Arthur's taking it down pit road. I don't know if I like this call or not, folks, and now hear me out while I say this. Fresh tires are good, right? But Mark's going to lose that track position now. And we saw how hard it was for Sicardo to pass right then. Let's see what happened here. We saw how hard it was for Sicardo to pass right then. Or Sicardo. Chris Carroll to pass Mark right then. And Mark's lost the track position. I don't know if I like this call. All right. Second. All right, Mark Pierce, he will never be allowed to race with us ever again. It was not very smart to do that. Folks, I apologize for that. That was temper swearing right there. All right, folks, let me know in the chat who you got. As Lori agrees, I don't like this call, is what she said. And now, Lori, on other cars, fresh rubber with, let's see how many laps you got left. Fresh rubber with 9 to 10 laps to go would pay off. But these street stocks, they take about 5 to 6 laps before they even remotely get any heat in the tires. They're running just street tires, right? They're not running just your typical old slicks. So it's going to take them a little bit to even get heat in the tires to even pay off. So ultimately, I don't know if this can pay off for Mark or not. Best case scenario for Arthur is he gets to pass 2 or 3 guys right here and then gets another quick yellow. Because if this thing just goes green, I don't know if he could even make it back up in the top 3. But, and that's not me doubting him, that's just me doubting the call. So let's see what happens here. Carroll gets a great launch off. 90 of Ken Zeems does as well, though. So 90 and 62 may battle it out here as they're side by side going into 1 and 2. Advantage to the 62 though, is around exit. That 62 has been hauling the mail. Ken Zings is going to try to look underneath him for a crossover move. As you see here, look, the 12's only made up one spot since he hit the grid, or since the green flag there is. We are now 7 laps to go. As Ken Zings is not able to make the pass over the 62 of Jeff Dillon. Got Shattuck firing off right here behind him. So your top 3 right now, Chris Carroll, Jeff Dillon, Ken Zings. See if this is how they finish. We got 6 laps to go, and Carroll crosses the stripe. As the 37 of Shattuck's going to look underneath Ken here. But we've seen this low line get loose time and time again tonight. As it looks like we may have lap traffic coming into play here, Sicardo. I hope he don't change the entire outcome of this race right here. As he's going to go high, let Chris Carroll go by on the low side. Thank you, Matt, for that. Had me nervous there for a minute. But don't look now that Mark Arthur, he is charging forward. As we have 4 laps to go, he is already underneath Tyler Shattuck for the 3rd place spot. Mama, there goes that bad man. He does make it back up into the top 3. But look at the real estate in between him and 2nd place Jeff Dillon, as he is still battling door to door with Shattuck right now. As there are 3 laps to go, they are leaning on each other on corner exit. Ken Zings gets loose behind them. Man, oh man. As we are 3 laps to go. If Mark wants a chance at this, he needs a caution. He needs one quick. Remember, if they take the white flag, the caution will not come. As now they are 2 laps to go. Mark is loose. Really willing that thing. Going to allow Shattuck to get right back to his outside advantage. Shattuck here. Mark's going to try to get back underneath that 37. Oh, 12 car gets really loose right there again. Mark is doing everything he can, willing that thing. As I think the white flag is going to fly here. If it flies, if Chris Carroll crosses the start. Oh! Slight contact here between Mark and Shattuck. Shattuck into the wall. It's not going to matter. The caution is not going to change anything now. As it's all Chris Carroll as he goes down the backstretch for the final time here tonight. Jeff Dillon's in tow, starting 2nd. Jeff Dillon started 13th, worked his way up to 2nd, and Chris Carroll is going to win the first inaugural race of the Crooked Line Racing Saturday Night Street Stock Series. Winner, number 99, Chris Carroll. Jeff Dillon, P2. Mark Arthur, P3. Chase Pierce brought it back to P4. Ken Zings, P5. John Curtis, he accepted the last and first challenge. Ultimately, did not capitalize on it. He brought home P6. Shattuck, not going to be happy. P7. Tony Benfield, 8. Jeff Shell, 9. Ricardo, 10th. Jeffrey Miller, 11th. Mark Pierce, 12th. Cal Dean, 13th. And Larry Bell brought home in 14th place. As you see Carroll trying to do some burnouts here. Not going to let the car do it, though, I don't think. Oh, he might be able to. I see a little tire smoke. Chris Carroll, good job, brother. Good race win. All right, we talked to him earlier. Let's talk to him again. Our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Mark Arthur. Mark, you are live in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Tanner.
I'll be totally honest here, Mark. I was completely doubting the call right there to pit with only, 9 laps to go. And well, I wasn't the only one. Lori was too. Lori was saying,
Hey, man, new car. We're trying to figure it out. It's the gamble you got to take early, right, to try to figure out what the car can do.
Lori said, she said, well, I can definitely tell you I don't like this call. And I was like, I agree. I don't like it either. Because the street stocks, they take a few laps to get heat in them, right? I just
They do.
did not think you'd be able to get up through there. But man, oh man, you did. Got back up to P3.
Me and Tyler was having a hell of a battle. A little fact: Tyler Shattuck and I was on the first race team that I was ever on in 2012.
And then you
That
wrecked
was
him.
Tyler and I. Well, yeah. I don't know if he came down or came up. I apologize. That was my fault, but he was racing me hard, pinching me.
That's what I was gonna say.
really
For the looks
hard.
of it,
Yeah.
neither one of y'all gave room.
We
That's what it
toured a
was.
couple times,
Right.
and it was like a street stock race. You
It's
know,
entertaining. Entertaining as
I
hell.
tried to lift and let him save it, but that kind of cost me getting back to maybe a better finish. But It was fun. Setup was terrible, but it was fun to drive.
I think if that would have been a caution right there, do you think you had something for Carroll and Dylan being on those fresh tires? You looked a lot faster.
Maybe. I mean, it. So when I was on the old tires, like after like 10 or 15 laps, those tires would even out.
Right.
So I was running virtually the same times. Well, I pulled away, right, from the people that had fresh tires. I pulled away from them, and I was like, well, maybe remember. So that was a Pittman move, right? I got beat by Pittman doing the same thing.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to keep these tires. Maybe they'll cycle like the street stock or like the late model tires do. But they didn't. You know, like when Carroll got those tires, he was just able to get underneath me, and he was telling me, man, it's all I got to do not to run over you in the corner, because I had to be so easy because that thing in the middle just would crank, and you just had to be really careful. And
right.
So when I got new tires, I was able to do the same thing to people. Do what?
Closing distance, where he was able just to drive it in deeper without being on skates, right?
Right. Because he didn't need to worry about that speed when the thing decided to hook, and the rear end would come unhooked and the front end would hook, and it was like, whoa. And going over those bumps, it magnified it. So I just figured out, like, right there in the middle, when it would get loose, I was giving it a little throttle to try to make it push, to try to, like, counter it. And that's how I was running good on the old tires. But it was no match when Chris had those new tires. I mean, he just walked a dog on me. So when that caution came out, I looked down, I'm like, 13 laps. Man, that's going to be like a, 9 or 10 laps. I said, well, let me try it. It's not that big a track. And plus, I only went back to 8th. So, wasn't that bad a call.
So next week, Mark, we go to Charlotte, but we're going to the Big Oval. Only 85 laps. So what's your outlook there?
That's like a super speedway with these cars, but I've heard people talking not now, but like in the past, like a year or so ago, that the cars would actually get loose and you couldn't just flat foot them and bottom feed them anymore. So I don't know. We'll have to see what it does.
We did a practice race 2 weeks ago, and Mark, I'm nervous about it. It was one of the loosest cars I ever drove. We may have to do something with the setup there. The iRacing Fix set, after 10 laps, you couldn't really drive it.
Right.
So
this one was almost like that. The street stocks, they've hurt them. They used to have a lot of grip, and you could beat and bang with them, and it was really fun. And now it's like I told them, I said, this thing acts like it's got 700 horsepower. The way
right.
When you get on the gas, it just wants to come around. It doesn't act like a stock car, right? It acts like a built NASCAR that's got 750 horsepower, and it's burning the back tires off it, but. I don't know what they've done. I mean, I guess it might be realistic because aren't these tires like 9 inches or something?
Right.
So
they're street tires.
They wouldn't have quite as much grip. But I don't know. I've never went to local short track and seen the stock cars like sideways every corner. They're usually plowing like dump trucks usually,
right.
But you usually see them with the wheels cranked all the way and just all you hear is front tires just eating off, but. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. They're fun. They're definitely fun.
They're fun to call. I prefer these over the trucks. I really do. But Mark, third place tonight, $5 richer. Woohoo! Big $5, right? Who you got to thank for number 12?
I'll thank my mom and my sister for watching, and Powerpuff Girls for being, kind of. I'm not gonna say it, but.
You almost did. I was getting ready to say, don't do it.
Yeah, Michael Falk Race Designs, Buck Kicker. And Crooked Line Racing and Five Kings for putting on a broadcast.
Absolutely. Thank you, buddy.
All right, man. Thanks, Tanner.
All righty. And then we have newcomer to the series. I apologize, folks. When me and Mark get in the same room, we tend to talk a little bit, so interviews get prolonged a little. But Mr. Jeff Dillon brought it home P2 after starting 13th on the grid. Do you have a copy tonight, buddy?
Yeah, 10-4. I got you.
So, Jeff, you had and don't take this the wrong way, but you had a quiet night. And what I mean by that was you stayed out of trouble for the most part, right? And slowly but surely, that 62, every time you looked, it was getting closer and closer to the front. And there for a while, I thought you may have had race-winning speed. You ended up bringing home P2. What do you think you needed to beat the likes of Chris Carroll right there towards the end? Because, I mean, y'all were pretty much lap for lap matching on lap times.
Yeah, Chris was good. I was just talking to him a few moments ago, and I was doing all I could just to hang with him. So I'm not sure what else I could have done to get better. Yeah, throughout the race, I pitted a lot to take fuel. I think it was kind of the wrong thing to do towards the end of the race.
Right.
I kept giving away all track position. But probably halfway through, I actually got in sync with everyone else and made some better decisions with that. But I made some steering adjustments under the last caution. We put tires on and made the car better. So that's probably where a little speed came from there, but it still wasn't enough. I think Chris definitely he's the right person to win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, but still, that 62, I'll be honest, like, midway point of the race, you were running 6-7. Like you said, you pitted a few times, so you lost track position. So I was thoroughly surprised when I saw you get up there. And not only did you get up there, you stayed up there, right? And you were battling with those guys door to door. And you were racing hard, but you did it cleanly. And as first a race promoter admin, I love to see it, right? And as a broadcaster, I really love to see it. So I'm super stoked, Jeff, to have you come out and race with us. And maybe we can get you in our other series too, Jeff. But yeah, congratulations on bringing home P2 tonight, Jeff. You got any sponsors you want to thank?
Well, definitely you guys for putting it on. I appreciate you having me. And it's hard to find a short track league on Saturday night, and you guys put something on Facebook. I'm like, all right, I have someone to run now. So yeah, definitely you guys for having me here. And all the drivers that ran me clean tonight and hard, and it was really enjoyable. That's it. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Saturday night.
Yeah, we're going to Charlotte next Saturday night, and we'll have our full crew here. I know about 6 people that couldn't make it tonight because of Martinsville, right? So, but they'll be here next week. It'll be a little bit more competitive at the top front of the field. There's some heavy hitters that can come tonight, so it's going to be interesting watching you, Chris Carroll, Mark, Tyler, and all them battle it out. But kudos tonight, Jeff, on the second place finish. I'm sure we'll be talking to you the rest of the season, buddy.
Cool, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir, buddy. All right, folks, and then there was one. I feel like every Saturday night we talk to this guy, right? So, Jason Day's nickname, I gave it to him a long time ago. I call him Mr. Maple Leaf Muscle. That's a wrestler's nickname from a few years back, like 2010. That's what they call it, a wrestler. And I gave that nickname to Jason Day because he's Canadian, right? I preface and tell y'all this because Chris Carroll, that specimen of a man you see on your screen right there, with the stacked up hair, blonde hair, he's from Canada also. Victoria, Canada, to be exact. He may have stolen Mr. Maple Leaf Muscle from Jason Day because this 99 is up front no matter what car it is. Monday nights, got him covered. Tuesday nights when he shows up, they're covered. Saturday nights, it's his playfield. Chris Carroll, you are live in the booth, brother. Do you have a copy?
I got a copy after all that build-up, Tanner. I don't know if I can live up to it in the interview, buddy.
Well, hey, raise hell, praise Dale, right? We're going to try. That 99, Chris,
Do my best.
was bad fast all night, right? You missed the pole by one spot, which I was shocked. Honestly, I figured you'd be pole. And, I mean, you're bad fast all night. And now I think a setup that was loose as tonight's was, I think that plays right into your hand, right? Because it's racecraft. You got the throttle control down pat. You got the steering aspect down pat. Got a new graphics card because you're actually seeing out here now, right? You're not racing blind anymore. I knew you was going to be tough to beat tonight. We had a few heavy hitters that were supposed to be here, didn't show up because of Martinsville and then the UFC pay-per-view. But still, very impressive race. Got out front. You led by far the most laps. The fastest car won the race tonight, as it should be, but you know it don't always work out like that. Talk me through that final 20, 30 laps when you knew you had fresh tires behind you, but you still had the pace to keep going.
Yeah, that was a tough race, man. It didn't look like it because I was out in the front, clean air all by myself for a while. But I was dead in the water. I'll be honest. I had 6 more laps of fuel. If the caution didn't come out for another 6 laps, I would have had to pit under green. Mark was real fast. Jeff was real fast. There's a bunch of Chase was real fast early. I mean, this league is super competitive, man. It doesn't, you get a win and, someone else might say it looked easy, but you were all over that wheel for 150 laps, Tanner.
Right. I mean, I jumped in y'all's cockpit a few times, and entry from the moment of corner entry to corner exit, y'all were sideways. Y'all was never fully in control of that car. Hell, Carol, I saw people going on the front and back stretch still loose hitting the wall all night long. So it makes me wonder. I'm going to take my broadcaster hat off, and I'm just going to ask you, man to man, as a race promoter, do we need to go in and look at these setups? Because I think some of the cautions we had tonight what's due to people, just sliding up into people, and now respect comes into that as well. That goes a long way as well. But just as a driver to driver, I mean, was the setup good enough for a race tonight, or do you think they need to be tinkered with a little bit?
I think there's a couple different thoughts I have on that, Tanner. I have, when guys are spinning out the car, that's it doesn't matter the setup. They're overdriving what they have. They're not taking what's there.
That's true.
Right? I mean, they're going to hit the wall pushing if they don't, if they're pushing too hard.
Very true.
You spin it out or you hit the wall with the front end when you're pushing. So, I mean, that has nothing to do with the setup or the car. That's the driver in the car overdriving the car. You're going to have it either way. I think when the setups are loose and they're, you have to respect the car and what it'll give you as opposed to trying to take what you want to take from the track. I think it makes guys race better. I mean, you saw long runs tonight. You saw guys passing each other and not passing each other and comers and goers and, strategy and all that. I think the setups that we just had are the best ones because it allows for a guy to make a mistake and the other guy to capitalize behind him. When the setups are all too tight and everyone can turn the corner and they're just trying not to wear out the right front, you don't get any passing, you don't get any racing, you don't get any excitement for the broadcast, right? So that's my thoughts on it anyways.
And now I said it before on BPL. Now you race BPL with us on Sunday nights. I've said that the races where we think they're going to be bad because the setup's really loose, that's the races that are normally the best because you're not comfortable, right? And when you're not comfortable, you're not going to make bonehead moves. When you're comfortable in the car's planted, that's when you get people trying to drive underneath people and stuff like that because they're confident, right? They're overconfident.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it is good for a league set to be somewhat loose, but you got to find that middle ground, right?
Yeah,
So,
I think if it's too loose, everyone's going to be in trouble. But there's got to be a point where it turns and guys can make mistakes on the throttle, and that's what makes the racing good. In my opinion, when they're too tight, I mean, guys will just send it in and kill guys anyways. They're like, oh, I can drive this thing, and then it doesn't turn. So, I mean, you got to catch 22 either way. But I think the best racing comes from the setups being free and guys being able to make mistakes and not make mistakes and. It makes for better racing, I think. They have to respect the car. They can't just overdrive it all the time.
I agree. All right, Mr. Chris Carroll, got some more money from us over at Five Kings Network. Congratulations on that, buddy. Who you got to thank for the number 99 showing that bad fast speed out the gate early?
Well, I got to thank you and Raymond and Arthur, first of all, helping me with that clutch. That wasn't the clutch's fault tonight. That was my foot. That really helped me out for these cars. I always got to thank Brian Zimmerman. I always got to thank USAFirearms.com and the Pit Lizard boys and all you guys for running this deal. We don't have anywhere to race and have fun and do what we did tonight without you guys. So really appreciate it, man.
Glad to have you, Carol, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you more throughout the season. Congratulations here tonight, buddy, and next week, Charlotte, Big Oval. We'll be talking to you then, buddy.
Awesome, bro. I'm gonna go watch some UFC. Thanks again, Tanner. Appreciate it, bud.
Yes, sir, buddy. All right, folks. I'll close up shop here tonight. It's been a fun one. The first season opener is in the books. Next week, we head out to Charlotte, going to the Big Oval. It's going to be like a super speedway. You're going to see bump drafting. You're going to see wrecks. You're going to see the big one. We're going to have way more cars out there next week, too. I'm expecting 24, 25, 26 cars. Expecting a good show, and hope to have you tuning in with us at the same place, same time, next Saturday night. Crooked Line Racing, whoa! I thought I was gonna say the Super Truck Series. No, it's the Saturday night Street Stock Series. 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be hitting that go live button. Until next time, folks. Want to thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you.